How I Learned English in 5 months. My powerful story, graded reader, improve your English. Absolutely. Here's a rewritten and paraphrased version of your YouTube video script, designed to sound engaging, longer, and with a compelling hook at the start. It's crafted for a voiceover style that keeps viewers hooked from beginning to end. Hook/introduction. Hey everyone, listen up. If you're serious about transforming your English skills in just a few months, you can't afford to skip this. I'm about to share a story that might seem unbelievable at first glance, but it's 100% real, and more importantly, it's possible for you too. Whether you're starting from zero, feeling frustrated, or even embarrassed about your English, stick with me because what I'm about to reveal could change everything for you. This isn't just my journey. It's your future waiting to unfold. So stay tuned because I promise what I'm about to tell you will motivate you to take action today. Beginning of story. My name's Jake. I'm 26 years old and I come from Brazil. Just 5 months ago, I couldn't even string together a single full sentence in English. Not even a simple "how are you" without overthinking. I felt lost, hopeless, and honestly, I almost gave up on the idea that I'd ever speak English fluently. But here's the thing. My story isn't special because I have some magic talent. It's special because I discovered a system that worked for me, and I want to share it with you so you can achieve the same results. See, my dream was always to work for a global tech company. I loved coding and was pretty good at it. I worked tirelessly day and night to sharpen my skills, and finally, I got my big break. I applied to a major company in the United States. I was so excited. I imagined myself living the life I always dreamed of, earning a great salary, collaborating with top professionals, and making a real impact. But then the interview day arrived. I remember opening Zoom, nervous but hopeful. The interviewers were all native English speakers, and as they began speaking, I felt like someone had hit fast forward on their voices. I couldn't understand a thing. The first question came. Jake, can you tell us a little about yourself and your experience in software development? I froze. I knew what I wanted to say, but the words just wouldn't come out. I stumbled through a jumble of, yes, I am software, coding, many projects good, and the silence afterward felt like a punch to the stomach. They looked at me and I knew I had failed. That moment was a wake-up call. It wasn't because I wasn't talented enough in coding. It was because of my English. I realized then that English wasn't just a language. It was the key to unlocking my dreams. And without it, I was invisible in the professional world. I felt shame, frustration, and even anger at myself. For years, I told myself, I don't need English. I'll just be good at my job. But deep down, I knew the truth. I was missing out on opportunities, on growth, on my future. That night, I made a decision. I would learn English, and I'd do it fast. I knew traditional expensive courses or endless grammar drills wouldn't cut it. I needed a system that worked in real life, a way to speak naturally, confidently, and fluently. That's when I crafted my own method, my 5-month plan. And today, I want to walk you through every step of it. Part 1. The first 15 days. Let's start with the first part. The initial 15 days were crucial because I realized the biggest mistake beginners make. They think they need to know thousands of words to speak fluently. I had already learned hundreds of words, but I still couldn't speak confidently. So, instead of wasting time memorizing new vocabulary, I focused on mastering what I already knew. Here's what I did. First, I created a survival sentence list. I sat down and thought about what I actually need to say every day. Simple, practical sentences. For example, "Hi, how are you? Can you repeat that?" "I don't understand. I am learning English. Can I have a coffee, please?" I wrote down 50 such sentences. Every morning, I read these aloud. Not once, not twice, but 10 times. My tongue felt slow at first, but after just 5 days, these sentences became automatic. My brain was rewiring itself. Second, I started talking to myself in English daily. Yes, speaking alone might feel weird at first, but it's one of the most powerful tools I used. While in the shower, I'd say, "I am taking a shower. The water is hot. I feel relaxed." While preparing breakfast, I'd repeat, "I am making eggs. I like eggs. They are easy to cook." I did this every day, and soon I stopped feeling awkward. My mind was thinking in English, no more translating from Portuguese. Third, I practiced 5 sentences daily, but with a twist. I picked sentences from movies or real conversations, and I mimicked them exactly. Same speed, same emotion, same pronunciation. This helped me fix my accent and sound more natural. And by the end of those 15 days, I stopped translating in my mind. I could say simple sentences without hesitation, and I felt a new wave of confidence. But I knew this was just the start. Part 2, moving to real conversation. After those initial 2 weeks, I was ready for the next step, real practice. I wanted to have actual conversations and understand native speakers without translating in my head. I developed a simple but powerful method called the question-answer technique. Here's how it works. I ask myself questions in English about my day, my plans, or anything around me. I answered immediately, adding details and expanding my responses. I kept doing this for at least 30 minutes daily. For example, I'd ask, "What did you do today?" I'd answer, "I worked on my project. I worked for 3 hours." Then I took a break and had coffee. The more I answered, the more my brain adapted to think in English naturally. My sentences became longer, my fluency improved, and I stopped hesitating. Pronunciation was a challenge, so I used the echo technique. I listened to native speakers, movies, YouTube, podcasts, and paused after each sentence. Then I repeated exactly what I heard. Same speed, tone, emotion. Over time, my accent softened, and my pronunciation became more natural. After a month, even native speakers started telling me, "Wow, your English sounds very natural." Building vocabulary and grammar. Vocabulary is essential, but memorizing word lists doesn't work. Instead, I used the story method. I picked 5 new words every day. I created a short story using those words. I read the story aloud 10 times. I incorporated those words into my daily conversations. For example, I learned words like excited, invitation party, arrive, and surprise. My story: I was very excited because I received an invitation to a big party. When I arrived, I got a big surprise. It was my birthday. This method helped me learn over 1,000 words in just 3 months without memorizing endless lists. Understanding grammar was another key. Instead of studying rules, I observed how native speakers structure their sentences. I paid attention to tenses and prepositions, kept a small notebook of confusing examples, and listened carefully to how they use them. I started writing a daily journal in English, describing my day, copying native writing styles, and shadowing more advanced sentences. Overcoming fear and building confidence. One of the most important lessons was overcoming the fear of speaking. I realized that native speakers don't care about mistakes. They appreciate your effort. I started speaking in stores, asking strangers questions, even talking to myself. Slowly, I gained confidence. Then I took it further. I prepared common conversation topics like, how was your day? What do you do for work? What's your favorite food? And practiced answering them fluently. I joined online groups with people from around the world. At first, I was nervous, but I found that everyone was there to learn, just like me. We built a supportive community, and I even made friends from different countries. The final breakthrough came when I had a full conversation with a native speaker. No hesitation, no translation, just natural flow. I spoke confidently, understood everything, and people responded positively. That was the moment I knew I had achieved fluency. The reward. And then the ultimate moment arrived. I reapplied for my dream job. This time, I walked into the interview with total confidence. I answered every question smoothly, articulated my thoughts clearly, and owned the conversation. When I received the call that I got the job, with a starting salary of $5,000 a month, I was overwhelmed. I called my parents, and they cried their hearts out. I bought my dad a watch, my mom a necklace, gifts that symbolized my gratitude and my journey. All those late nights, frustrations, failures, they were all worth it. Because I learned that mastering English isn't about perfection. It's about persistence, consistency, and mindset. Key lesson for you. So, what are the biggest lessons I learned that can help you? 1. Your mindset is everything. Believe you can improve. Instead of saying, I'm bad at English, tell yourself, I'm getting better every day. 2. Surround yourself with English. Change your environment. Set your phone to English. Watch English content. Listen to music. Follow influencers. Make English part of your daily life. 3. Speak without fear. Don't worry about mistakes. They're part of learning. Talk to strangers. Practice with friends. Talk to yourself. Confidence is built through action. 4. Listen actively in shadow. Immerse yourself in native pronunciation through shadowing. Repeat sentences immediately after hearing them. It's the fastest way to improve your accent. 5. Learn in context. Don't just memorize words. Create stories, use phrases, and understand how sentences are naturally structured. 6. Focus on communication, not perfection. Even if you make mistakes, keep speaking. Every effort counts. 7. Consistency beats perfection. Every day, do something in English, whether it's speaking, listening, reading, or writing. Small daily efforts lead to big results over time. Final words. Imagine yourself 6 months from now, fluent, confident, speaking English effortlessly. Opportunities will open up, connections will grow, and most importantly, you'll feel proud of how far you've come. The journey to fluency isn't about being perfect. It's about showing up every day and pushing through challenges. If I could do it, so can you. Your starting point doesn't matter. What matters is your decision to begin today. So, stop doubting, stop making excuses. Surround yourself with English. Practice daily and never give up, because the pain of discipline is temporary, but the regret of not trying lasts forever. Start now. Speak, listen, learn, grow. Your future self will thank you. And if my story has inspired you, make sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and join me on this journey. Together, we can achieve anything.